Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at how you can beat stage 3 of the Wicked Bloodlines Red Zone against Mecha Frieza and King Cold. So you start the event and you face 3 Frieza soldiers. They don't really seem to be distinctive, obviously they're just kind of generic Frieza soldiers, and you face these 3 units. Now these guys don't hit too hard, I gotta be honest. You can also stun them and you can also seal them, so generally speaking you should have a pretty decent time. They don't hit too hard, and to be honest with you, they don't seem to be that impressive a threat. In the second phase, the big thing is obviously facing 2 enemies at once. You're facing Frieza and you're facing King Cold. Obviously, King Cold is physical type, Frieza is tech type. They're based on the Super Strike units, and the World Tournament unit. And King Cold, he can seal your units. He can also seal up to 2 of them, which is obviously a bit of a problem. And then they're immune to stunning, sealing, attack lowering, and defense lowering. So that's obviously also not the best situation. In terms overall of them, they don't hit too hard. I think they hit at around 800,000 or so, I want to say. Just based obviously on what I'm seeing. Obviously the big issue is facing 2 enemies at once. Generally speaking, if you focus down the King Cold, you generally have a pretty good time here. King Cold as a unit, once he's kind of dead, you don't have your unit sealed and you should have a relatively strong time. In terms of how I've built this team, pretty nice build, gotta be honest. Kind of a Goku's Family cross Super Saiyan kind of hybrid build, and it's one that works pretty nicely. If I can be entirely honest, I actually really like this team build, especially for this event. I think it works really well. So we have some pretty crucial units, and then obviously we have some kind of interchangeable units, but units that are obviously super duper helpful. So in terms of the team build, obviously leader wise we've kind of gone with the Super Saiyan Goku Gohan exchange unit. Obviously a very strong unit in their own right. They have that very good kind of evasion chance within the same turn after firing a super attack. You then also have, you know, that build up of attack and defense, the ability to switch over into Super Saiyan Gohan for the counters and the nullifying of the super attacks. And generally speaking, just a very good unit. You know, Gohan will guard all attacks. He's got a great chance of evading enemy Ki Blast supers, and that's very useful here because both enemies fire Ki Blast supers. So that's actually really quite helpful. Not to mention a very strong link set with most Super Saiyan units. It's actually a pretty good setup. Then alongside him in that pairing we are going for Super Saiyan Goku, the Int one. So this is the Legendary Existence or Super Saiyan's category lead Goku. He raises defense on his 12 key, raises attack on his 18 key. He has Ki plus 2, attack and defense of 159%. Obviously if he gets hit by an attack, he has a chance to fire an additional super attack, or he's guaranteed to fire an additional super attack. He also has a medium chance of firing a super attack as a second or third attacker. He also has an additional 59% attack when there's an extreme class enemy, and he performs a critical hit when there is an enemy whose name includes Frieza. So that's obviously something that's pretty good across the board. Really quite strong, really quite helpful, and yeah, just generally speaking, a pretty nice bit of damage, basically. So obviously on top of that as well, yeah, the main goal is to get rid of the King Cold. Now, a little kind of sneaky, not sneaky, but a little kind of thing that you can utilize is the fact that Super Saiyan Goku, you know, he will crit against King Cold while Frieza is up. So if you focus on King Cold and you remove him out of the battle, you can use Goku Kit to actually do that, because every attack he does will be a crit against King Cold while Frieza is still up. If you take out Frieza first, then you lose those guaranteed crits against King Cold. So just kind of something a little bit important. You can see here we do run the dice a little bit close, I would say. Obviously with the strength Goku taking quite a bit of damage, but you'll be okay. You don't need to worry about it too much. Obviously, worst case scenario, we get supered by King Cold here, but we should be fine. We also have the Super Saiyan Goku, the movie Heroes one. Obviously, everyone should know a lot about him by now, but his ability to guard all attacks, his revive skill, the crit hit from the revive skill, the key 8 attack and defense, etc. that he gets after receiving an attack, all very, very solid. And he will do decent damage and just be a very good tanking unit. On top of that, a very special unit that I have is the Xeno Goku. A very good unit actually, great on these kind of more Goku family centric teams because he gives that Goku's family support of 40%, but greatly raises attack and defense, which is very, very good. Lets him kind of build up to speed. Obviously you can miss a couple attacks and then he's not going to be in the best scenario, but if you get a couple supers with him, maybe get lucky with an additional or two, his defense will be more than fine as long as you've kept him out of semi harm's way basically. And then finally, obviously the two remaining units on the team, or the couple remaining units on the team, but we have the Namek Goku, the strength easy A one. Just a great unit overall, super duper strong in general. He's got his transformation, he's got his rage mode, he's got his ability to guard, his ability to stack. So he's generally quite good. Ideally we'd like to get his transformation a little bit earlier before this, but getting it here is also fine. It's just going to depend a little bit on your RNG with the guard mechanic, but he should be fine. This is actually a great turn for us because we actually keep the revive possibility from the Goku. We get the guard capabilities of the Super Saiyan Goku, and we get the transformation and full heal. So this is kind of like an absolute best case scenario package for us. And we also get the guard active from Goku. But even if we did not, even if we didn't get it and we actually died from this turn, we would have revived, which just shows the kind of strength of this rotation, which is obviously super duper helpful. As you can see, I'm still focusing down the King Cold, and it's just super duper important to focus him down where possible, and we're using every opportunity we can to essentially take him out, because we need to really obviously stop him from causing us huge damage. So his ceiling is also really greatly impacting us as a unit, as a team, so we obviously want to get rid of him. And then the last two units that we have, we just obviously saw with both transformations coming in clutch, but the fusions, the third year ones, so we've got the Int version, the Vegito. He gives us a full heal when we're low in health, and we have the physical Goku and Vegeta Angel, who also give us a full heal when we're low on health, and they do great damage as well. Obviously a little bit concerned about Vegito just with the damage reduction, but generally speaking he should be more than fine. Especially once you get King Cold out the picture, you are basically set up, because then Vegito and the Namek Gokus, all those type of units, they're going to just basically completely dominate the Tech Frieza. We're not going to have any issues with Tech Frieza whatsoever. So that's obviously very, very helpful. Again, removing King Cold is a very, very crucial part of this kind of experience, because stopping him from sealing you just helps out so much in terms of just your overall ability to control him. And obviously we get some crits in, we get some counters in with Vegito, we get the super attack in, we just get a very decent kind of display, really. We haven't even managed to transform the Goku and Gohan unit. That just goes to show how strong this team has done. The Goku Gohan unit as well, also obviously at this point it would be more ideal to have them transformed, due to the fact that we would then have their countering ability, their guarding ability, but we don't, but that's okay. Ideally that's also something you can work on, but they are susceptible to evasion, both Frieza and King Cold, so it is still a decent lineup, even if you do just have the evasion and not the guard capabilities. But overall, we're doing a fantastic job. Generally speaking, we don't have any issues. King Cold activated the guard of Goku last turn, which means that we actually have the guard active still, which is great. And yeah, just generally speaking, Goku's doing some pretty big damage. I really like this Namek Goku. I think he does a very good job. And I think he does a fantastic job. As you can see, he's, yeah, big damage, good defensively, especially when you get that guard active. And yeah, our team just in general operates quite nicely. We get obviously hit by the super here, which isn't the best case scenario, but we would have survived it, you know, in any scenario. But Goku is very, very strong. Goku Go on exchange is very good defensively after super. But yeah, there we go. We finished off Frieza with the active skill, and overall, it was a pretty clean run, if I'm honest. I think everything aside, this is a very nice team to use. I think it's very good in this situation because of its ability to handle the second phase quite nicely. It takes a little bit of time to get going, but generally speaking, it worked very well. I was very happy with this team overall. And that is the third stage done, which leaves only Metal Cooler. And then we've done all 4 stages of the Wicked Bloodlines Ultimate Red Zone. Well, all 4 stages so far. That's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.